Alright guys, so I've already pulled my image into Photoshop and we're going to jump right in here. So remember, we're doing 2 hacks today, and the first one that we're doing is we're going to change the color of her jacket. Now if you're familiar with my channel, you know that we have done this before as far as changing objects changing the color of objects in photos. And so if you want, you can click that video, but I'm going to show you how to do it here again today. We're also going to smooth out her skin a little bit. She's already so beautiful, but what we're going to do is give her that magazine glow. So to get started, we're going to come over and duplicate our image. And the reason that we do that is we always want to have our original to go back to. Just in case we mess something up, we want to make sure that we have that available to start over. So now that we've duplicated our image, we're going to come over and we are going to rasterize our layer, which makes it a flat image. And now we're ready to edit. So first things first, let's change the color of her jacket. What you're going to do is you're going to come over to your menu up top. You'll click image, come down to adjustments, and you'll scroll right over and click replace color. You are going to click on her jacket and you'll see that image light up in white, which is perfect. That means that we have selected a solid color. And then once you do that, you're gonna come over. You have 2 options to do this. You can use your dial here, bringing up the hue and down the hue. You'll see our color changing a bit. And you'll also see a bit of the color left behind here, but don't worry, we can clean that up at the end. But like I said, you have 2 ways to do this. You can adjust your dial here, or you can click right on your color picker and change the color that way if you know the exact color that you want to use. I prefer to use the dial just because I think it's a little easier and cleaner. So I like this pink here, and it looks great on her skin. You can see how bright and colorful that is. Oops, I clicked. Let's go back. There we go. So you can see how bright and colorful that is. So to go back, I just hit Control Z because I accidentally clicked on my image, and I just hit Control Z to go back to where I was at. So now you'll see this beautiful pink. It looks great on her skin. We are done here. And actually I see a little bit of the color remaining from the orange. So what I'm gonna do is bring up my fuzziness, and that'll wash that right out. All right guys, so now let's adjust her skin. Like I said, she already looks gorgeous, but we're just gonna give her a bit of that flawless magazine look. So I'm gonna zoom in on our image, and you can see here that she has a little discoloration in her skin. So what I'm gonna do is select over her skin here, and to do that, I'm gonna come over to quick selection. I've already clicked it a bit here, but you're gonna come over to quick selection, and you wanna make sure you have the plus selected up top, and I'm just gonna go over her skin. And we got a bit of her earring over here, but I will adjust that. And to adjust, I'm going to make the size of my brush a bit smaller, and I'll just go right up her earring and take that out. And this is a quick edit. It doesn't have to be super clean here. If you're using this for Instagram or any social media, it doesn't have to be super clean because the images are so small and compressed, you won't be able to see the difference. But if you're doing something for print, you definitely want to make sure that you are being getting as close to the skin as possible and keeping it as neat as possible. So I think that's pretty good. I see a bit of her earring still highlighted, so I'll take that out. But I think her skin looks pretty good. So what we're gonna do next is we are going to click down to layer via copy. And now we have a layer that just includes her skin. So if I click out of our image, you can see it's just her skin here. And like I said, it's not super clean, but it'll do the job. So we'll bring back up our image, and we're gonna click on our layer that just has her skin. It is a good idea to go ahead and name your layer so you know exactly what you're working with. So I'm gonna change this to skin here. And now we'll know exactly where that layer is and when it's selected. So next we're gonna come over to filter, and you're gonna click blur and come to surface blur. And you'll see that it's already adjusted her skin just by clicking that. But this is a little high. She looks way overly photoshopped. And I know you guys have seen that on Instagram. It doesn't look believable. She's lost a lot of definition in her face, and we want to adjust that. So we're going to come over to where it says surface blur, and we're going to bring our threshold down. You'll start to see it softens a bit. We bring back some of the definition in her face. Let's bring this up to 8 here. And then you want to adjust the radius of the blur too. I'm gonna bring this up just a bit, or bring it down just a bit. And like I said, still keep some of that definition in her face, but we'll just start to clean up a bit or conceal a bit where she has that pixel or pigmentation. All right, and you guys can see the difference here. So I have my skin layer highlighted, but if I hide it, you can see the difference in her skin there. And she still looks very natural. Like I said, she's just as beautiful either way, but this is just giving her that magazine look. And once we zoom out, she looks awesome. So I'm gonna show you guys the difference from where we started to where we are now. So here is our final image. And this is what we started with. The orange jacket and her skin without the blur effect. And we add it back, and this is what she looks like now. So not a huge difference on her skin. Like I said, we definitely want to make sure she still looks human. She doesn't look overly photoshopped, and she looks great. So I've just shown you guys how to get your photos Instagram ready. If you like this video and you want to see more, be sure to subscribe and hit the like button. I'll see you guys soon.